We are Spud and Joey. We are best friends, dads, and realtors. We also head up a running tribe here in Salt Lake City called Run with Mojo. On the weekends, we love exploring new trails and neighborhoods together. We aren't the fastest or the most skilled runners in the world. We're just two slightly out of shape dads that love a good trail run. We love running as much for the opportunity to clear our minds and have a good laugh as we do for the run itself. As runners, we know how mundane running on a treadmill can be. That's why we created the Come Run With Us project. So the next time you're on a treadmill, you'll have a cool trail to explore and a couple of buddies to run with. No matter what time of day or where you are in the world, you can always come run with us.
I feel like that was not as loud as it. It's got to be a low rumble.
He's so confident. He's got the clappiest clap this side of.
Yep. It's just, it's got.
I mean, that was better.
I can hear
it's
that.
It's closed in. The trees.
It doesn't matter. Yours still sound 20
go for
times better than mine.
Yeah, well, Spud was like one of the. I'll do Brenner.
Ooh, that was good.
I'm going to go with that one.
I like that.
Welcome back to the Come Run With This project, where we run and you don't have to.
Basically, we burn calories for you.
Where are we
today,
Joseph?
You will get skinny just by watching the show.
Wait, let's show these signs. Signs are important. Oh.
I brought a headlamp today, my friends.
First time Brenner did something right there.
Thanks for coming on around with us. We are at the Rocky Mouth Falls.
Ooh, wait, what about this trail over here?
The Wasatch Front Watershed.
Okay. All right, let's just follow Joey. This is Joey's backyard, so he knows this better than we do.
This is a cute little trail. You can bring the kids on this one. It does connect, so we can make it a little bit longer.
We will.
Which we'll have to.
What are those white things?
They're like little cherries.
They're like little,
crab apples?
Like throw at Joey's.
No, what are they called?
Crab apples.
They shoot stuff.
Crab apples.
And they blow up and they paint.
Crab apples.
Paintballs?
Yep.
Oh, I am.
Wow.
What if that had popped against me? What if you'd thrown that and it had splattered against my...
They're not. They're cherry apples or something.
Oh, they are crab apples.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, this blows.
This is...
Brenner and I ran a half marathon 2 days ago. 3 days ago.
Oh, I forgot about that. Was Brenner more prepared this time because I talked to him for 5 extra minutes?
Emotionally, he was more prepared for sure. You see, there was an air of confidence about him.
This is hilarious. It looks like it just goes from a thing to a normal road.
Here we are.
That's...
Well, they put that down on Wasatch Boulevard so that a bunch of people weren't parking in this neighborhood.
This does look nice and bougie.
My maps told me to park here, and then I was like, why?
Oh. Man, say your treadmill to like 12.
Yeah.
This is
it's steep out the gates.
It's
in fact, it's pretty just steep all the way up.
I didn't look into that.
And I've actually never gone on this and then connected with the BST. So, Bonneville Shoreline, Hidden Valley to Corner Canyon are, you know, it's not it's not Black Ridge Reservoir. I mean, we didn't set up a van and set up camp there, but we've spent a lot of time.
It is funny though that we were there last week.
We'll have to connect to give you guys a good show. This will be more of a scenic hiking show today than just pure unadulterated badass speed. In fact, I believe it was the quote, "America was built on speed, pure nasty badass speed," and it was Eleanor Roosevelt.
Nice.
That's from Talladega Nights.
I really feel like I need to rewatch that because I haven't watched it in so many years that I only remember a few of the quotes. And I feel like you quote it quite regularly.
It's a really fun, it's a very quotable show. It's ridiculous, it's stupid, it's Will Ferrell, you know, it's just and we have this buddy who's this NASCAR fan that wouldn't watch it because the that NASCAR racing wasn't accurate. It wasn't like there's just no way that he could drive in reverse across the finish line. There's just no way. Like, yeah, you know,
that's every movie.
It's like not watching Blades of Glory, because there's no way that, you know, there could be a guy tandem figure skating team.
Hey, is there any way you could tell us what this is and pay the bills a little bit? I don't understand. Is that like a modern?
That looks like a new house.
Spud's pointing at a modern new build.
But like, why does it have 47 different exteriors? What's the point?
Well,
and why?
If you see here, that's probably RV or boat storage.
No,
because it's tall.
Brenner, I get that.
And then they've got two other car garages.
I'm also in the real estate business. I'm asking Joey because...
You see, there's a roof, you know, it keeps the water out of the house.
Hey, by the way, metal roof, throw that
down.
What I don't understand, and why I'm showing my thing, and what I just don't understand, like, what's the...
This is us here, boys.
What's the point of having 47 different things at finishing the home? Is that
just
like
personal
an architectural thing, or like?
Yeah, so Spud's talking about, you know, there's stone, there's wood clad, there's those vertical,
Man, this looks so creepy.
Fiberglass slat.
Sorry, keep going.
Are we already on to the next thing? I feel like we've already covered more topics this show.
I want to know. Tell me about it.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, just taste. The way somebody like, you know, some people like brick.
So they have crappy taste.
Some people like, you know, like a timber and stone and stucco
I get it.
look.
So the husband and the wife both had to make a decision, and they were like, well, I'm not budging. I am not. I want metal, and I want it to look like a barn. And she's like, well, honey, I want it to look like those wood houses that are covered with wood.
I'm super miserable right now on this.
Yeah, this is...
I mean, we just fired right out of the gates and started going up. Doug in Duluth, hope you got it. Yeah, I hope you got it cranked all the way up.
Is there like a 14? Go to 14.
There is a 14. Most of them have 15, right? That's the...
I don't even know. I just know that I think I've gone to 12 once and it hurt.
I just never put elevation on it. I'm like, nope. I'm already running on a treadmill.
Well, Brenner.
That's bad press, though. I'm sorry.
No. Actually, if you're just on your treadmill, great. If you're on your elliptical, great. You know,
That's why this whole show exists, is because it's hard to get on your treadmill.
And hopefully we make it easier. I told my dad the premise of the show.
Finally.
And
so proud of you.
He's like, well, I mean, doesn't seem like the best business model. I mean, you got to be on a treadmill to listen to it or watch it.
I mean,
like,
Katie,
no, but
Katie doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to.
That's just the idea.
But
I know, I do feel like you push that pretty hard when you don't have to. It's actually quite enjoyable just because of the humans that are talking.
I mean,
that is the name of it, though.
But yeah, but it is the come run with us.
Yeah, because you are coming on a run with us no matter what you're doing.
You know what, I like that.
We're also trying to push the sport and promote the sport. That's where we'll go after BT Dubs, I assume.
Nice.
Oh, so we're going up to... I was just saying start here. Like, we can go to that trail. We don't have to go to this.
Let's go check out the waterfall. Let's give people what they want.
Let's get the waterfall.
We still have... How much further?
You remember Battle Creek?
I don't.
All those.
Nobody remembers Battle Creek, Brenner, because remember you lost all the footage.
That wasn't my fault.
Well, I mean, you're the audio-visual guy.
Yeah, but you know, I could not have expected what happened.
What happened on that one?
Well.
Oh my gosh! Look how cool that little trail is.
It was a problem that we were having
trail
the whole time.
It was what? I want to hear this.
It was a problem that we were having for like the whole first 6 episodes.
No. The first 6 episodes, me and Spud had it dialed in. The first 6 episodes, you were on the show.
Right. Sorry. If you're recording me, I guess I'll take out my light. But
well, now we can't see anything.
Okay, I'll turn it on. I just don't want to be pointing it right at the camera. Anyways. The first 6 episodes that I was coming with you guys, the problem that we had was that we were using just strictly the backup audio on mine. And so there's like this weird issue with the audio where...
But was it because you hadn't actually learned to just push the button on the side of the mic?
No. It recorded.
We only figured that out last week.
It recorded.
Okay.
The audio is there. The problem is that it has like this weird thing called like audio drift. And so no matter how many...
Is that Fast and the Furious 6?
No.
Yes.
Drift?
Yes.
Okay. Bad joke. Go on.
Oh, look at this. Can the people hear this? Because this sounds beautiful.
I'm sure they can.
Anyways, so with the audio drift, no matter how many times you sync it up, it just goes out of sync.
Oh my God!
Randomly.
It looks like a giant bear lives up in that.
What?
Can we go up and see how this cool thing
Let's
here?
do it with a little more light. We'll do it on the way back. Okay, continue with your excuse.
So no matter how many times I synced it up, it would randomly go out of sync. So technically, I figured out now that if I synced up every single... Oh, watch out.
Slippery rock.
If I synced up every single sentence I said, and every time you guys talked, then yeah, I could get those episodes to work. It would just take me like a very long time.
I mean, you got paid to do a job.
What's that?
You got paid to do a job, you know. And especially that one, because we just gave you really poured your heart out. We gave you some incredible advice. I think we all got vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, so here we are, Rocky Mount Falls.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm joking around. You know I am.
I know.
So I've been up here in the spring. I haven't been up here when it's this slow of a I don't know what of a
flow.
Flow. Thank you.
Slow the flow. Stop H2O.
I heard on the news last night that yesterday morning, night, whatever, we got 0.02 inches of water in Salt Lake Valley, and it was the first recordable rainfall in 34 days.
That's
so
awesome.
Maybe that's why we're so, maybe that's why our flow is so...
Well, yeah, the Provo River that was like overflowing and about to like kill everyone is actually normal again.
Which one?
It was a pretty crazy storm last night.
So, last time I came up here with my girls, we couldn't even, I mean, this was the trail hiking up. We had to hike up by the bear cave. So, here we are.
This is going to be a good thumbnail, Brenner.
Yeah?
Yeah, just like that. Joey's eyes half open, half closed. I bet it's kind of loud. Do you think it's loud right here?
I might even take a picture of you guys with my real camera once we get back down, so I can like input your faces on this.
Okay, so yeah, Rocky Mount Falls, right off of Highland Drive, or excuse me, Wasatch Drive, and about what, 110th South, something like that.
And really not that hard to get to.
Very easy to get to. My 5-year-old did it. 5 at the time, now she's 6. But you could try to climb this. We could do a Spud climbs it.
Oh my God.
Ooh, I'll climb it here.
I don't know, guys.
Let's just let him have a shot at it. Let's see how far we get. I mean, you should bolt. You don't have any safety equipment, so like, don't
go like all the way up.
I hear it's easier to get up things than down things.
Oh yeah, it's a lot easier.
Although look, there is one.
You're basically there.
Go up as far as you're willing to fall. That's what I say to everything in life. Oh, that's not a good foot.
Now, I mean, I have a question. If I go all the way up, would I be able to get down a different way?
Depends on how far up you're going.
Let me look, okay? Hang tight.
That's a cute bracelet. I like it.
Which one?
No, you're just... No, there's no... No.
All right, then that's as far as I'm willing to try to get back down, because it's actually way harder, it looks like, to get down than it is to get up.
You know, there's a thing when your kids are doing something crazy, you're supposed to not say, hey, be careful. You're supposed to ask them, does this feel safe?
No.
Does it feel safe?
Not feel safe.
Do you have a plan?
Oh man,
that's the second question.
What happened?
Do you have a plan?
There's nothing to hold on to.
I can grab your foot.
Oh, don't grab my foot.
No, I was gonna give you like support.
Okay, well I don't want that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the consequences aren't like dire at this point. You know,
I was just gonna give you a little bit more gription.
Yeah, no, that's bad idea mid-stride.
Okay.
Although, like, man, that would be so fun.
Maybe over here, or we could climb you up to that bear cave. Let's see what the lighting looks like without your headlamp on.
Okay.
Brenner. Yeah, I think we're to a point now.
I mean, we're good now, but we weren't for a minute.
Yeah, it was a useful tool for the first little bit.
Yeah, look how much easier this is. You guys.
Doing great. Okay, so
come climb with us.
Let me ask a series of questions. Do you feel safe?
Yes.
Do you have a plan?
Yes.
Do you really have a plan?
No.
Okay. For all of you people on the podcast right now, Spud is climbing up a vertical face near a waterfall. It's quite breathtaking.
I think I could go up and around and down, but I feel like I don't want the whole thing to just be a climbing episode. So let's do that another day.
I'm coming to get you.
Cause like, look how cool it would be to go up and like, I guarantee there's something cool up there, but we won't.
Oh, you can make it, and I'd be willing to wait.
All right. I mean, if you guys really just want to stand down here and look at my butt. I mean,
let's go. Let's go somewhere else. We've got the shot.
I like how you give me that face. Like, no, really. I was going into the giant dirt pit with, is it Michelle?
What are you talking
about? In Greenlight.
Yeah, he's talking. Yeah, it's
I was willing to go into the dirt thing because somebody challenged.
Your mic.
Oh, Michelle, the tribal warrior.
Okay.
The tribal warrior that.
Yeah.
You had to wrestle.
Was his name Michelle though?
Yeah, it was.
Was anybody else like?
So we're reading. Didn't we say we're doing Greenlights as our book club book?
Uh-huh.
Yep. How quickly are you guys gonna be done with it?
I have 10 minutes left.
Ooh, so you could do it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know how much I have left. Let me look.
Why don't we shoot for that?
Well, no. Why don't we just do it today? If I'm
okay.
I've got 21 minutes left.
Well then,
I feel like it's fine.
Let's report.
Everybody's gonna be like, you didn't even listen to it all.
Yeah, well, I'm going to on my way home because I actually have a 30-minute drive home, so that'll be perfect.
Book club you don't have to be through it all the way to be a part of it.
That's true.
You know?
I like that.
So the book Greenlights, Mathew McConaughey.
Mathew McConaughey.
Narrated by Mathew McConaughey.
Do you guys ever feel like how we talk is not nearly as cool after? So there's so many.
Oh, 100%. Nothing about me is even remotely cool at this point.
Like I have so many, like after I listened to it, just the first like couple hours, I was like, huh.
He's the coolest.
Why, like, you know, like the number one takeaway for me is that, like, no matter how cool you think you are, you're not Mathew McConaughey cool. like it's just the whole, yeah. Who wants to go first with their breakdown? Joey, I feel like you have had a little more time to stew on it. What's your...
Sure. So, you know, I ended up, then, you know, I was so into it. I've been watching Mathew McConaughey films. I listened to him on the Tim Ferriss podcast. I'm just consuming me some Mathew McConaughey. He's just the coolest dude ever. Spud said it best this morning, is that the problem is it really makes you regret pretty much every decision you made in your
barricade
in your early 20s.
Unless you're Brenner.
Unless you're Brenner
headlamp.
So one of the things that...
Okay.
I loved most about it is Matthew McConaughey gets this van and just travels the country with no agenda.
And he tears everything out of it. Like, oh, that's
he just builds it himself.
Is that
and
a
Brenner is
right there. Look at it. Look, the mouse is just chilling in there. Like,
yep, there is a little mouse.
Go in there and video it closer, Brenner.
There's a mouse.
Yeah, go video.
Yeah,
the
go
mouse.
video it closer. You got the light, or I would do it.
No, you wouldn't.
Don't look it in the eyes. It'll tear your face off.
I don't know where he went.
No, he just went.
He's on your back. He's on your back.
That would be awesome.
Hey, that's gonna be a good test. See if the gain works.
Yeah, that'll be.
Nope.
I think he went.
I've moved. We've noticed that the microphone, anytime I get excited, cuts out because I scream when I get excited. So I'm trying it over here, where I used to have it back in the old days.
I do want to test
Why did
something.
you change that?
If you can like point the camera.
Just put it, use the magnet. Let's put it on our shirt because that's a cool thing to do.
No,
Everybody's got to use the magnet. Everybody's got to put it on their shirt.
I
and
mean-
Brenner one time was like, ah, you look ridiculous.
So I'm insecure and I got rid of it.
I'm sorry. You know, I didn't know that you felt that way.
Well,
I mean,
how else am I
Brenner,
supposed
you
to feel,
cut
Brenner?
deep. You cut deep.
How else am I supposed to feel, B-Dog?
Okay, let's go. Ooh.
I don't know if these go anywhere, but we can just explore.
Let's
Oh, dude,
adventure.
we could go all the way up the mountain on this.
So, Matthew McConaughey, he's got this dog, and they just travel around. He talks about being in the deserts of New Mexico and finding out that Roger Clemens is pitching in New York, and it's a 3-day draw in 3 days, and so he just drives there, and then
The concerts, he's like, oh, The Cure's gonna play like 2 days after, so I'll just go see The Cure.
so I mean, wow, does it just sound so magical? He goes on all these cool
What are you recording, Brennan?
sabbaticals.
Dirt?
Ants.
Oh.
Where he travels to. He's very.
Ooh, let's go over there and get a video. I'll take yours.
He's very real and raw. He talks
Oh.
about this dream that he has where he's floating on the Amazon and he's got snakes wrapped around him.
Hey,
and
it's not just a dream.
It's this recurring wet dream
It's a wet dream.
that he has.
Which is weird. When he said that, I was like, that's like gotta be the funniest wet dream ever. Where
he's just awesome. Brenner right now is in a phase where he could do something like that.
I think partially.
well, no, you could.
I don't have
100%.
like the millions of dollars that Matthew
didn't have
McConaughey.
any
Have it
money.
then.
He
You
literally
you
had
stop, mate. You can have results. You can have excuses, but you can't have both, Brenner. Okay.
But he also had $0 and then just kind of fell into acting because he was like,
No, well, the living in a van thing was after he got famous.
well, yeah, but he had $0 when
Look,
he.
you could make it happen.
No, I'm not saying I can't. I'm just.
Matt McConaughey always just made it happen. He
Oh,
was a
sorry.
waiter at a blues joint where he was the only white guy in.
He was
in
a
the
waiter
place.
for 2 full years too.
He was going to go to law school, be the family lawyer, and had to tell his dad, you know, I think I want to tell stories.
Isn't it crazy though how his dad's reaction to that is I 100% think what made him, yeah, I can do this, and he was okay with it because it gave him
Permission.
permission,
But also set the bar. His dad said, just don't half-ass it.
I loved that.
And
That shows I mean, does that put a little extra weight on both of us? Like our kids call us and they tell us something that maybe we are a little bit like, don't half-ass it.
you gotta trust him. Yeah.
Don't half-ass
So
it.
he had this very rough and tumble dad. His parents were
I would say-
divorced twice and married 3 times.
And I would say rough is
That's one word.
They kind of lovingly beat the hell out of each other.
and then
Like,
that was how you were like, okay,
you're a man
You're a
now.
man
yeah,
now.
like,
you're a man now. Which I am not gonna lie, his dad.
I'm not a huge supporter of that.
I know, like his dad, I was like, okay, like this is very different generation. And then with how he turned out and everything about his whole, like his brothers seemed to be pretty
Yeah,
legit.
he says in there, I don't regret one ass whooping I got.
It is so weird, right? Like I would say it's like the 1% that worked.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
1% that I'm like, yeah, he raised his kids right.
He has this
somehow.
crazy experience with the foreign exchange family in Australia.
Oh my gosh,
That part was so wild.
And you just, I was thinking there's a moment where he has to tell this family that he's not going to stay with them anymore and they want him to stay and they're crazy. and he stands his ground and basically tells us, if you don't get out of my way, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Punches a hole into the door, bloodies his fist, and then the guy's out there crying because he's leaving. Like,
yeah, so the thought though from that raced through my head with that is that one thing about him, and one thing about people that run successful lives, is they unapologetically say, this is what I'm going to do, and universe, listen up, because here's what I'm doing, and whether you like it or not, this is where I'm going.
Yeah, I think we should head back down.
I should video this because this is just, it's slippery.
The likelihood.
There's definitely
a higher chance of failure.
Now hang on, Spud, can I get both you and Brenner in frame so that I make sure I don't miss anything? That'd be great.
Just in case either of us decide to take a tumble.
Long live Leo. Hey, if you're one of these dipshits that's up here spray painting these rocks, just climb up to the tallest one and jump off of it, would you?
Oh my God.
What the hell are you doing with your life, you dumb shits? Why?
It's funny because I was actually looking at these rocks thinking, man, that's super cool that they would just come over here and spray paint them, and then Joey's like, go jump.
Well, why would it be super cool? Why is this cool? Yeah, these people need to get hit by a car.
Well, because it actually makes it look a little different.
Well,
like I personally wouldn't do it.
Let's cruise on down to Delicate Arch and let's carve our names into it.
I mean, it is a version of art. Well.
Let's just use a gun.
Start shooting at it.
Yeah, I know, it's funny because a lot of people just put their names in there. I'm like,
yeah.
Do you want to get caught? At least put something funny in there if you're gonna.
Like, you know what I find extremely.
Hey, that would be funny. We could go put Brenner.
This is what's so weird about this, and I want to. I wish I could. I need our viewers that have maybe a psych degree to tell me a little more why Joey's so upset and why I'm not. But then I was just thinking, I get so mad. Similar, I'm gonna say 100% same. The Provo River Trail right now.
Yeah.
Those little running paths. There's so much spray paint on them, and that, oh man, I just wanna punch a kid right in the face.
Maybe it's your home.
But like this, to me, I'm like, it doesn't really affect me. I don't know why. Like, I just don't care. Like, I think it's actually kind of
you're
funny.
On my turf. That's why you don't care.
He cares more about the concrete.
Well, no, but like, I don't mean to. I'm just saying.
No,
like,
I know.
Like my internal madness is not.
But that's like your third home.
I mean, the Provo River Trail. If I had
home, Black Ridge Reservoir, Provo River Trail.
If I had to claim a home, that Provo River Trail has been my home for longer than the Black Ridge Reservoir.
Yeah. I've been there at least 3 times over the past, like, 6 months I've been running with you, since I have, like, a 12% success rate, according to Joey.
Getting back to the book.
Oh, so good.
I love the line when and not to ruin everything, but when Mathew McConaughey is at his wedding, he had this incredible wedding, and his brother...
Oh, wait, I haven't heard that yet.
Oh.
No, I'm just joking. Keep going.
His brother leans over and says, you know, I'm not exactly sure what heaven looks like, but... you know, I'm pretty sure this is pretty close to it, and you gotta give Matt McConaughey credit. He's a man of character. He is who he is, whether he was gonna act or not. Like his story was every bit as entertaining as any part that he's ever played.
100%.
And the character that he pretty much plays in his movies is him. You know, it is him. He is authentic. It's an incredibly, it's a really fun listen. I would highly recommend Audible because he narrates it
so well.
He is just one hell of a storyteller. He'll be reading it. It'll make him laugh. It's a great fun book with a lot of good stuff in it. So
if I can say one thing about the laughing, I feel like sometimes I'm like, okay, that was clearly a fake laugh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never got that. My favorite.
He's an Academy Award-winning actor, so I'm sure that, you know.
So he was making me think it was fake.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would 100% say my favorite, like some of my favorite little tidbits I loved how he has the bumper sticker thing.
Yeah.
And I loved how he had the...
Explain that better for people that don't know.
So bumper stickers, you know, basically bumper stickers, you know, they can help you know the person's religion, how they feel about the political view.
Agenda, yeah.
You can know about their family, their friends, what their hobbies are. And I just thought, like every now and then in the book, he'll just bumper sticker, and he kind of...
He'd say something that would make a great bumper sticker.
Yeah. And
he'd bumper sticker, or note to self.
Yeah. And then he has the, what's the other one? The poems.
Yeah.
He does little poems. Overall the book though it's so much, it just gives hope to just society. Like for me, like it just makes me feel better about humans. Cause he's this like super successful person, super successful guy. And yet he is so down to earth, cool, chill. In this book, I don't know, you know, real life, but man, I assume meeting him, I'd be like, he'd be so...
But you fall in love, I mean, you think a lot of people are the coolest people you've ever met in your life.
I do fall hard, but I feel like everybody would fall hard for this book.
Yeah.
I really like, gosh, him getting arrested, that story. Like, I don't want to give that away. I want people to have to read it or listen to it for that. I really like, and all of his quotes, like there's
honest,
so
he was
many...
on a 2-day bender when he got arrested. I mean, he's just really honest in this book, and it's lovely, it's refreshing.
Yeah, and gosh, it's just everything about it. I don't know why, but like his one-liners, like I want to take so many one-liners and just throw them on a reel of other things because he gives the best advice. And I think I finally figured out where everybody got all the one-liners from this.
I think I said this last episode, but my favorite one-liner from the book is if you go to bed with an itchy butt, you wake up with a stinky finger.
Yeah. So I just heard that today, and I was like, wow, there it is. It's still just as, is not great, but Joey loved it.
You guys haven't gotten there yet, but you'll see at the end of the book, he showcases the power of writing down goals.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh my gosh, it is powerful.
I love that because I feel like his whole life is written down though. So I took away that it's never too late to start a journal because I've never really journaled. I've always wanted to. It's always been something that I've been like, oh, I gotta do this, but I've never done it. And I've just started in the last year writing more down, just when I think about it. But I really want to start, one of my like new things that I'm gonna potentially start is, I just want to write in.
You sound super committed.
Well, no, I'm trying to decide
one of my new things that I might potentially start someday in the distant future.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, all right.
Go on.
Nah, because I really actually, it was really important to me to do, and now
Come on, you gotta let me. What?
No, now I'm just pissed at both of you, so fuck off.
Oh, second F word on the show.
But yeah, I took a lot away from that book that I was like, I think this is just a cool dude, cool life, and he's like, overall just, man, such a badass. And I just want to be more like him. And I love how he has those dreams. He has 2 dreams. They're like identical. And then all of a sudden he goes like on this giant trip, you know, and discovers these tribesmen and does all this cool stuff. Also, the other cool thing, I loved the motorcycle ride.
Yeah.
Like that was awesome. Like what? Like the guy wrecks one and the other, he just brings him back one.
So he and his buddies, they go and rent these motorcycles and they don't have enough money for it, and this guy rents it to him for cheap, and they total one of them, and yeah. So you can't leave the audience on a hanger of not saying that.
Oh, I'll let anybody know that reaches out.
What's that?
You just reach out to me directly, and I will let you know my new goal.
Phil's.
But these 2 back here aren't going to find out.
It feels, yeah.
Oh no, it's just every day when I get to work, I would like to. You just hurt my feelings. That's all.
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
You pulled a Katie and just
Just because you say you're sorry doesn't mean it's better.
You stated something exactly how I said it. I said it very...
I added to it.
Very blah.
I made it more...
Very blah.
You know, trying to crack a joke. Now I'm going to be...
I forgot.
You know, no, but it's okay. Like, I'm not mad. I took it out there.
It felt like you were mad. It felt like you were really mad. You dropped your second F-bomb ever on the show.
Oh, no. I mean, I was mad at that moment, but I had to do that to get it out, to get that energy out, because normally I would have... Like, if you were Katie, wouldn't talk to you for at least an evening, and then I'd feel really bad the next day. But you know, I need to get that energy out right away so I don't ever have any feelings.
Okay, so something you're gonna do
every day when I get to work, I want to write one page or just one thing about my day before, and I want it to like be more of a grateful / like just my overall feeling that morning, because I've been getting to work recently and like very rushed, very just. I mean, I'm rushed every day. I feel
frenzied, maybe.
Yeah, frenzied, and it's getting very obnoxious and it's getting very annoying. And I read this other book recently that has things you have to stop doing. And one of the first things I thought of that just popped in my brain was like, I've got to stop those early morning, like, anxiety fests where I get to work, you know, I have to pee because I haven't peed because I was like, oh, I'll just wait till I get to work. So I know it sounds really dumb, but so I make sure to pee before leaving, even if I just peed, because I know I drink a ton of water and I drink a ton of drinks, so I'm gonna pee. So things I'm gonna stop doing, and one of those is that frenzy. And I felt the other day this feeling of just 100% gratitude, and I wrote some stuff down when I first got to work, and it put me in the best place for work that day. And so I was like, really need to try to do this, and it's super important to me, but I'm also trying to figure out how to do it. And like, do I keep this little journal next to my desk? So that's
I do all of my journaling at work.
Oh, nice.
And it's the same thing, and I'm not crazy consistent with it, but I keep my journal at work, and it's the same thing. There's certain mornings where I'm feeling like I really need to get something out of me, or I'm feeling super grateful, and I'm way more likely, like, and it's always a as I start my day thing.
Yeah, it's so weird. That's how my brain is lately.
I'm just gonna write down, you know, and my journal's kind of crazy. It's either a manifestation journal or a gratitude journal, or I'll just jot down something cute that my kids did so that I don't forget. It's just kind of, it's just kind of everything. But I
love that though. That's what I'm feeling, right? It's like, that helps me, because I don't know exactly what to do or how to do it. I just know I want to do it. So that actually helps to make me.
Well, and if you're being like me, like, I had a hard time when I was keeping it on my nightstand. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to get my journal out and do it before I go to sleep.
Well, yeah, and honestly, like most days.
But I can procrastinate starting work to journal.
Yeah.
You know, that's
easy.
A much easier thing to.
Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking, is I was like, man, like at night, for some reason, I have the weirdest, like, when I get home and the camera is too hot.
Oh my.
Hold that thought. I mean, that camera still picks us up, but the audio sucks, right?
You can share this between you while we're switching batteries if you want, or should we?
Well, here, let me just finish.
We can't switch batteries.
Can I just finish this thought, and then we can at least...
Yeah.
How many minutes are we into the episode?
Almost 40.
Dude, let's just...
But Brenner didn't say his piece on Greenlights, which, I mean...
Well, yeah, no, what I'm saying is...
No,
but I'm saying we have the mic, we just don't talk. Boom. I'm just saying I'll finish this little piece, and then you go, and then we'll call it a day.
Close it.
Yeah, I only have like 2 pieces I want to touch on.
Let's touch on it.
So yeah, the journal thing, I'm really excited to do it. I just got to figure out how to do it. And so talking to you about it actually made me feel better, because knowing you do that, I didn't know you did that. Nighttime rituals, I'm bad.
Too hard.
If it's, for some reason, doing like an ab workout before I go to bed, easiest thing in the world. Writing something down with my mind and being mental, like, okay. I'm not mentally okay by the end of the day. Physically, I actually love doing stuff.
Yeah.
You're an ab workout.
Yeah, you do your ab workout.
Yeah, but like, if you were to be like, hey, let's sit down, talk about your day, let's write down in a journal and be emotionally like available. I'm like, no, bro. Here you go.
Not at all.
So, Brenner Westfall on Greenlights.
Hello. Thank you for having me. So,
Sorry, Brenner.
No, just make him do his own thing.
I can do my own thing if you want.
Okay, do your own thing.
Yeah, do your own thing while
I'll
we're over here
swap up
bitching about this.
So,
Nobody has to hear it.
Greenlights or Greenlight. Is it
It's
plural?
It's Greenlights.
Okay. I just have a couple like fun moments I want to touch on, maybe to like encourage you to listen to it. There's a moment in his childhood when he builds this incredible treehouse, and I don't want to spoil too much, but he has to sneak out of his house and steal wood, and it's so cool. And I don't believe him on how big it is. I don't.
I can believe it. My brother built like a 3-story tree house, and we buried a sprinkler pipe in the ground going vertical, so it would actually.
He said 13 stories.
Yeah.
100 feet tall.
You know how easy it is to go 13 stories on a ginormous tree in the middle of nowhere that's been
And I'm
growing for
sure it
100
was
years.
like, one story was like a sheet of plywood with,
Yeah, he's saying like one story could be like that branch right there, but on a
but
ginormous
like
scale.
you know how tall 100 feet
All right,
is.
Mathew McConaughey, we need
Okay.
pictures. You
Yeah,
lying piece of
I think it's fun. I think he's a kid that maybe has a little bit of a memory that's like just a little bit inflated. I don't doubt that it wasn't an awesome treehouse. I bet it was awesome.
We all do have that.
Yeah.
Why would he of all things?
Well, no, I'm not saying
that.
I'm not saying that he intentionally did it at all.
Yeah.
I'm not.
We're gonna need to jump in after this so that we can make sure like
Yeah, I mean,
people know. Like,
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's like he's making fun of like the
I'm
most
not.
person in the world, and he's saying you're a liar.
I'm not.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore. I mean, I felt like I saw every story of that treehouse in my mind when he was explaining that.
But is it slowly falling down right now in your mind? Like, well, maybe it's not true. If it's still there.
Can you hold that for me? My arm's getting tired.
In the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Which
so-
you spent the whole summer working on it.
Yeah.
To yell.
Why?
No, us.
Oh, yeah. When I was watching it last time that we had to do this, it wasn't that bad. Like you could hear everybody.
Right.
So.
I mean, not that bad or great.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
Okay, I'll take good.
Anyways, so yeah, treehouse. That's a really fun part of the book. And then another part that I liked was
When his dad resuscitated the cockatoo.
Oh
my gosh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Just puts the cockatoo in his full just.
It's like
and he
John
knows
Coffey from Green Mile.
He knows the perfect amount of.
I just breathed in, just gently enough so it didn't pop the little cockatoo's lung,
and
brought him back to life.
And he lived for
drowned
another
him in the
like
toilet.
7
yeah.
years or something.
He lived for another like 8 years.
Yeah, his dad had magical healing powers.
Yeah, just
in both ways, like he can magically knock your teeth out,
and then magically put them right back in.
That was a weird thing. Like he was like, my dad's not abusive, but he beat us up all the time.
He hit my brother in the face with a 2x4, but
well, no, that was his brother that hit the dad
in the face
because the dad punched him.
Quit, and then somehow that made it okay.
Yeah, he was crying.
After his dad wakes up from being hit by a 2x4 and knocked out, somehow.
Boy, you're a man.
Somehow that makes you a man.
Yep.
What's your last point? And we'll shut this thing down.
I think we're good there. I don't want to give away too much, but it's a very fun book,
yeah,
and it tells
please
you
go listen to
about like how he lives a good life and how he views things of like, like his whole marriage thing. He didn't do it till he was like, this is what I got to do.
Well, no, this is what I want to do. It was almost like he just was like, yeah. Like the fact that he wanted to be a dad his whole life, like he wanted to be a father, but yet he didn't go out being like, oh, I'm going to just knock up some girl when I'm 18. Like it was so cool that like he kind of lived through, everything from his dreams to his thoughts to his, he is so connected to the universe. Like every part of him, that he's getting these freaking dreams sent down to him that are like, hey bro, do this, and he would follow that. And that's the coolest thing. And that's kind of the takeaway, in my opinion, is if you have things that you're thinking about all the time, or even just every now and then, and it hits you like a brick wall, do it, act on it. You know, if you think I should go freaking live in my vehicle for a little while, don't let anybody tell you any different. Like, seriously, it's so cool how, like, with the rom-coms, I'm not going to do them anymore. And he's like, what, 12 months in, or 2 years in, or whatever it is, 20 months in, and finally gets something. That's where I'm at, is he's getting all these, like, job offers for all these other movies.
Yeah, held out. Wasn't going to be the rom-com guy anymore.
Do you love how what he talks about when the money goes up to like 14.5 million? He's like, man, that script.
So
at that time.
He gets this script, this great script for a rom-com, and they're paying him well. It's like $8 million.
It was
like,
$5 at first, though.
$5 million first. Like, not going to do it. So then they come back $8 million, not going to do it. Come back $12 million, not going to do it. Comes back at $15 million. Well, I better read the script again. And he's like, man, reading the exact same script, but being paid $15 million to do it, it was a lot better. It was a lot better script.
But I wonder, I would love to look up his, actually, Brenner, I would love to know his net worth and what he was making on movies and put it somewhere here. Because I feel like he has got to be one of the guys that was never like, oh, I have to get 20 million in order to do this movie. It was always based on his feelings and what, so I wonder what they offered him and if Hollywood took advantage of that a little bit, you know, because I could imagine that. But if he has a badass agent, then it doesn't matter.
He loves his agent.
Yeah, it's dependent on, like, if he really thought the movie was cool. Because, like, on the one that he was doing that was about the guy with AIDS, I forgot what it's called.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah. They were, like, way under budget, and he still shot it. They had, like, $5 million for the whole movie.
Yeah, they needed $8 million or $7 million to shoot it. They got 4 and change. Still made the movie. It was epic. He ended up winning Academy Award for that one, which was great because he did True Detective at the same time. Which, by the way, have you guys seen the True Detective with me and Woody Harrelson?
I've never seen any of his
so
movies.
Effing good.
So honestly,
I lost complete interest in it after that first season. We tried to watch the second one because his was so good. But did Interstellar.
Yep.
Oh, Interstellar's the last movie I saw him in.
Like, just brushed over that movie. I'm like, that's like one of your best movies.
Yeah, it's an epic movie.
I feel like he brushed over a lot of stuff, and honestly, the Dazed and Confused one was my favorite by far.
So that's just it. He took every opportunity to bend space and time. That's what it was all about. He took advantage of opportunities. He didn't let something go by without asking the question, without going and making the friendship. You know, the guy that cast him in Dazed and Confused, he just was a dude in a bar that he ended up having tequila with until 3 a.m, and then caught a taxi ride back with him, and
ended up
the rest
hanging
is
out.
history.
Yeah.
So take every advantage that you can to bend space and time. So
yeah, I love it. I love it.
Thanks for coming on around with us.
Thank you for dealing with our technical difficulties and for still coming on around with us.
Peace out. Like and subscribe.
Oh
please.
yeah,
we're supposed to do that
at the
Damn it.
beginning
Sorry,
we
Brenner.
forgot.
It's okay.
Sorry, Brenner.
Like
Brenner
and
wanted us to
subscribe.
say
Add that
at the
to like the
Hey,
beginning.
because we messed up and we didn't follow Brenner's explicit instructions of saying it at the beginning, will you do it now? Will you like and subscribe now? Will you hit the button, please?
And also, Brenner, maybe you could just cut in the
I'm
thing
just
that
gonna
says
add
like
it in
and
the
subscribe.
beginning.
I shouldn't have gotten aggressive there.
No, it's
No,
fine.
I
You
think
like
the
and-
aggressive's good.
Yeah.
Listen, Doug, you son of a bitch. You better like
Doug,
and
you've been
subscribe.
listening to this for years and you've never liked and subscribed.
Okay.
All right, love
Peace
y'all.
out.
Thank y'all. See ya.
Oh, good.